Most AI comparisons start with the wrong question. They ask, which AI is the smartest? But the better question is, which AI fits your workflow? If your work lives in Google Docs, your best starting point may be different from someone who spends all day in Excel, or someone whose real problem is source-backed research. This video is not a ranking. It is a workflow-first decision guide for ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and Microsoft Copilot. Start with ChatGPT if you want a broad, standalone AI workbench. It is useful when your day includes research, file analysis, writing, brainstorming, and general productivity. The warning is that features and limits vary by plan, so do not assume every user gets the same tools. Consider Claude when your work is organized around persistent projects, documents, or code-enabled deliverables. Claude is interesting when you want project instructions, documents, and context to stay together. But this does not mean Claude is automatically the best writer or best reasoner. That needs a real test. Gemini becomes more relevant when Google Workspace is already where your work lives. If you spend your day in Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Drive, and Google Search, integration may matter more than a benchmark score. The warning is that Gemini features can vary by country, language, account type, and subscription. Perplexity starts from a different place, research. It is useful when your first question is not, help me create something, but what evidence exists, and where did it come from? But citations are not automatic proof. Open important sources and check whether the AI understood them correctly. Microsoft Copilot is best considered when Microsoft 365 is already your system of record. If your work depends on Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams, in-app assistance may be more useful than moving everything into a separate chatbot. The warning is that Copilot product names and licenses are complicated, so always check the exact plan and app. Here is the simple decision tree. If your work lives in Google Workspace, evaluate Gemini first. If it lives in Microsoft 365, evaluate Copilot first. If source-backed research is the main job, evaluate Perplexity first. If you need a broad independent workbench, evaluate ChatGPT first. If your work revolves around persistent projects or code, evaluate Claude first. Evaluate first does not mean automatic winner. These tools overlap, and the right choice depends on your plan, region, privacy needs, and repeated tasks. My buying rule is simple. Start free, use what you already pay for, and upgrade only when a repeated task hits a real limit. Before uploading sensitive work, check the data controls for your exact plan. Comment with your job and the task you want AI to handle. In the next experiment, we will give ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini the same real work tasks and compare the results. Subscribe if you want practical AI tests, including the failures.